This is the acquisition team I assembled to flip over 200 houses a year.
If you're gonna flip over 200 houses a year, you can't do it alone. You need a team. The question is, what type of team? Are they in person? Are they virtual? What roles do they play? At what point do you hire? At what point do you scale? In today's video, we'll discuss exactly how I assembled an elite team that sources, takes down, analyzes, and disposes over 200 deals a year.
Once you figure out the marketing, you have leads coming in. So once you have leads coming in, the question is, how do you handle them? What's the process? What's the funnel? How do they get from lead to qualified lead to appointment to underwritten to under contract to dispo to close to money in your pocket? So the first step is a lead manager is a person that is going to accept the initial intake of the lead, whether that's a phone call, whether that's a text message, or whether that's an email. Some people use virtual lead managers. Some people use in-office lead managers. I use a two-tiered system. For the leads that come in initially, I like to have somebody in person in the office taking those leads. That person lives in the area, is familiar with the area, has a similar accent, understands local current events, and can easily build a bond with the person that is looking to sell their house at that moment. Once we get to 45 days, and we've been working that lead for 45 days, and we've been unsuccessful in creating an appointment, we have a team of virtual lead managers behind the in-office lead manager that follows up and tries to turn those leads into appointments, or in our operation, they're called opportunities. So what is a leads manager's job? A leads manager's job is to get somebody on the phone, put them through a series of brief questions, but most importantly, sell the appointment. Everybody in the organization sells, and all the sales are compartmentalized, meaning everybody has to sell one specific thing. A lot of people just think the lead manager picks up the phone, sets appointments. Yes, but it is a sale. Their goal is to sell that appointment as fast as humanly possible and make sure that they've built enough rapport with the person on the other end of the phone to ensure that the appointment sticks, the person confirms, and they ultimately show up for the appointment. Second person you need is the underwriter. Once the lead manager has created the appointment, there should be an automation within your CRM that notifies the underwriter. The underwriter is responsible for ultimately analyzing the deal and making the offer, but doing a full deep dive analysis on the property in its whole. Is there a list pendants? Are they behind on their taxes? Did they recently purchase it? What type of mortgage do they have? How much do they have left on the mortgage? All this information is going to be inserted by the underwriter. The underwriter will then assign that appointment to a field rep, which we'll talk about in a minute, based on skill set and geographic location. That brings us to the field rep. The field rep is absolutely vital. They are your eyes and ears in the field. They're taking pictures, they're asking qualifying questions, they're trying to figure out how much the seller is looking to get for the property, and they are ultimately going to try to close the deal there at the house on the spot, or follow up until the seller sells to somebody else, or preferably sells to us. That brings me to our fourth and final team member, which is the disposition rep. The disposition rep is equal parts dispo or selling and maintaining relationships with investors. So what the disposition rep essentially does is contacts all different types of investors, puts them through a screening process, asking them exactly what type of properties they want to buy, where they want to buy them, at what price point, where they're sourcing their money from. Do they have the cash in the bank ready to go? Are they using hard money? Are they using private money? Are they using institutional lenders? What's their capacity? How many deals they want to buy on a weekly basis, monthly basis, and at what number? And then ultimately what that dispo rep does is communicates that to the field reps, the underwriter, and the leads managers to let them know what the people out in the field are ultimately looking to buy and at what number. So the team is aware when they go out in the field and when they have people on the phone, they know what we can afford to pay, because we know exactly what the field is paying. Once a particular deal comes in, we screen through the contacts to see exactly what investors are looking to purchase properties in that area. The dispo rep reaches out directly, tells them we have a property, sends them the link to a virtual tour, all the information associated with the property, including the title and the contract of sale, and then works until somebody ultimately hits that number or something close. Then we go under contract to assign that property to another investor, or we close on it internally and then renovate it and resell it ourselves. Building a team like this is not easy. It takes years to perfect. It takes years of education. Be patient. Make sure you document the process as you do all of these jobs yourself so you can ultimately hire somebody and replace yourself. But stick with it. Hire fast, fire faster, and I promise you, if you stay diligent, you'll have a great team like this, and you'll be able to do 200 plus houses in your market in no time. If you like this video, comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned. We got more videos coming like this every single week. This is the acquisition team I assembled to flip over 200 houses a year.